Hey everyone, so in today's video, I'm going to be going over 3 ways that you can make your website faster. In today's market, having a fast running website is essential when it comes to retaining an audience, selling to customers, and so on. So if you are someone who has created a website in the past and it just wasn't functioning properly or you were experiencing long loading times, this video is for you. I'll be going over 3 different ways that you can increase your site speed. And yeah, like I said, having a website that runs fast and smooth is just a non-negotiable if you want to compete with the big players in your niche. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to be doing is making sure that you're keeping your web page's file size down to a minimum. And for this, I would recommend a good rule of thumb being anything under 2.5 megabytes. I would also recommend not putting tons of images on your web page, reducing the file sizes before uploading photos and videos, and keeping your web page simple and straightforward. And by this, I mean don't try to make things too extravagant or artsy. This will just slow down your web page, and it could actually detract people from your site if it isn't running efficiently. You can use online tools like TinyPNG or CompressJPEG to reduce the file size of your images without sacrificing the quality. So yeah, that's why I say just keep it simple and straightforward and let the quality of your content just speak for itself rather than the design of your web page. People just want to get their information fast and easily, and they don't really care about what the web pages look like all that much. So yeah, as long as it's clear and concise and easy to use, people aren't going to have any problem staying on your site for long periods of time. Also, if you're interested in reducing your web page's file size as a whole, I recommend you check out the website compression algorithms GZIP or Deflate. These algorithms will actually go through and reduce file sizes for you, as well as remove any repeat data that you may not need anymore. Okay, so the next thing that you can do to increase your site speed is make sure you have quality web hosting. So choosing the right web hosting can actually make a massive difference when it comes to website speed and performance. And there's a big difference between cloud hosting and shared hosting, which I'll get into right now. So cloud hosting essentially allows multiple servers to work on your website, which in return provides better resources and security for you and your users, while shared hosting can actually slow down your website because 2 or more websites are sharing a server. A few reliable web hosting platforms are going to be SiteGround, Bluehost, and Hostinger. And yeah, I would just really recommend not going with shared hosting because it's really become a thing in the past due to these really reliable platforms that I just mentioned. Okay, so number 3 is going to be just to keep your plugins down to a minimum of around 10 to 15. The reason why is because too many plugins will actually hurt the performance of your website, especially if you're using shared hosting. I will say that if you have some type of cloud hosting, you could be on the higher end of around 10 to 15 plugins. But if you have shared hosting, you'll really want to keep it around 10 or less. And then you'll also want to be deleting unused plugins to avoid being hacked. Sometimes shady plugins have a way of finding their way into your dashboard, so you'll just always want to be doing your due diligence and making sure that everything looks okay in your plugin dashboard and that everything in there is something that has a use for you. So yeah, that's going to be it as far as the top 3 ways to increase site speed. I'll leave the links to a good web hosting platform below, as well as the other resources I mentioned. And yeah, hopefully this may have answered some of the questions you had about how to increase the speed of your web page. Here at StartupWise, we are dedicated to providing free guides and tutorials to help you start your business. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.